Hello and welcome to this video presentation. My name is Paul Brett. I'm a Senior Software Support Analyst supporting the Transformation Extender product from IBM. The topic for this video is third-party integration with DesignServer. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. In this practical demonstration, I'm going to show how to identify and install third-party client drivers for use with the IBM Transformation Extender DesignServer. Specifically, in this instance, the Oracle client libraries. I'm going to start the demonstration in the DesignServer login screen, and as you can see, after logging in, I have one project called Oracle Test. Within Oracle Test, I have a simple blob schema, and in maps I have a simple map called Test1. This map has one output card where the rule shows a DBLOOKUP wrapped within a valid. My DBLOOKUP connection string shows that the database type is Oracle. My connection string includes an IP address, a port number, and an Oracle instance name, as well as login details and activating the adapter trace. If my DBLOOKUP activates the valid function, the map will fail and show the last error message. My DesignServer has been implemented as a Docker on Linux, so let's see what happens when I run this map. As you can see, the map has failed and the fail function has showed failed to load shared library. Okay, so the next step is to get the libraries required to connect to the third-party external source, which is Oracle, into the TX server Docker. I've logged into the Linux host machine that is running the Docker. I'm going to change to root, and I'm going to show you the mappings that are done inside the Docker that map to folders on the outside of the Docker. So as you can see, on the outside of the Docker we have a folder called opt/txlibs, which maps on the inside of the Docker to opt IBM WSDTX libs extra. I'm going to create a second login instance, and in this second login instance I'm going to go inside the Docker. Inside the Docker I have run the setup script, and if we check the environment we can see that there is an additional environment variable that ensures that the extra library path is picked up by the DesignServer. So outside the Docker we know that this is mapped to /opt/txlibs. Let's go to that directory now. On the inside of the Docker I'm going to show you that the LDD command will give you explicit information as to what libraries are missing. First I'm going to enhance the ld_library_path variable to pick up the extra directory for my command server and LDD runs. So if I run the LDD command on the libm4ora.so library, it gives you a lot of information. We'll just make the screen a bit bigger there, and one of the first things we see is that it cannot find this file. Now this is the main Oracle client library. So back to the outside the Docker here, and let's copy those client libraries in. I've copied the client libraries in, and as you can see the file includes libclntsh.so.12.1, but the adapter library is expecting to find a file that is libclntsh.so.11.1, so we're going to need to create a soft link. So as you can see that file exists now. It is a soft link and we'll actually read this file instead. If I run the LDD command again inside the Docker, you can see that the previously not found file is now being found. Looking further down the list we can find that there is a complaint about another file not found. Now this is a system library file that is not included inside the Docker, and it's one that we're going to have to add. Now that I've copied that system library into place, we're going to run the LDD command inside again one more time. And we look up and down the list and we can see that there's nothing else that it's complaining about as being not found. Everything is being found. So we should be good to go. We should be able to go back to our design server and we should be able to build and run the map. The map is reported as successful, and if we right click and choose view data, we can see that data has been retrieved from the table. All of this is of course assuming that from within the Docker we can reach that IP address and network connectivity is working. Ports can be checked with the telnet command usually, and because of the connect string we are using, we are bypassing any requirement for a tns-names.ora file in this case. Other third-party software may be easier to install, it may be more difficult. Individual requirements per third-party library would have to be checked. And that's the end of my demonstration showing how to apply a third-party library after identifying the libraries required to get the design server to use them and connect to a remote machine. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video presentation today. If you found the content interesting and informative, please hit that like button, perhaps leave a comment. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I release content such as this on a regular basis. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. Thank you.